Hi loves, welcome to another Pick a Pile reading. Today we have two piles, pile 1 and pile 2. So I'm going to give us a few seconds to take in the energies, to tap into it and see what we feel drawn towards. Okay, now we're going to start off with pile 1. Hi pile 1. So we're going to start off with your tarot cards. The first card we have is the Six of Swords. Then we have the King of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So when I see the Six of Swords, what I think here is the movement into a new chapter. This is the calm after the storm. This is you knowing your mind. This is you being able to voice your opinions and voice your feelings. Okay, any conflict that you may have had will be resolved, but I do see some form of relocation here for you. Okay, yes. King of Wands in reverse means that right where you're at is the path for you to take. Your place of passion is the place that you would dwell in and do better in. Okay, so if you're hesitant about the path that you're taking, as long as you're passionate about it, honestly, you're being blessed with a new direction when it comes to it. Like this business or this passion project will achieve some form of breakthrough that will cause you to move to a new location or move to a better place in terms of peace of mind. Okay, so King of Wands is saying that any extra energy you have, utilize it into the passion projects, utilize it on an internal level. You don't need to move outside of here. Here is a trusty place for you, and that is further affirmed by the Page of Pentacles here, because what I feel here is that with this business, with this thing that you're doing, you're going to be approached by people that want to form valuable connections with you and invest in what you're doing. And this may also come in the form of some form of masculine for some, because of the King of Wands here, which represents a masculine figure that may turn out to be an investor, a supportive figure, a mentor of some sort. But this is somebody that is trustworthy. Right where you're at is the jackpot. Wait for the opportunities to come, wait for people to come to you, but continue to shine. And if you feel called to move into a different direction and to do things differently because your mindset has changed, do it. It's going to be the thing that causes you to be more attractive to the right people, and they're going to come to you with offers. They're going to want to invest in what you're doing, and success will be yours. So that's what the tarot cards are saying. Now I'm moving to the oracle cards. The first card we have is Protection in reverse. Protection says, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. All right, this is it. Then we have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Here it is. Then we have Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So what do I get from this? All right, so first of all, I feel that you are heavily protected. You may be in the process or have been in the process of calling your power back. Okay, so you're doing some form of soul retrieval. Maybe you're even engaging in some shamanic work. Either way, you're calling your power back, and as a result of calling your power back, you're being increased, or your spiritual protection is increasing because you're becoming more whole. You know, it's difficult to protect you when you're caught in fragments, but because you're more whole now, you're more in your body now, what is happening is that you're increasing in spiritual protection. I feel as though you have spirit guides here. I got the energy of ancestors as well. You're surrounded, you're protected. You are no longer a people pleaser. Call your power back, exert your voice, okay, but tap into your divinity. And I feel like this is further affirmed by the Pillar of Light card that says your vibration is rising and you are the oracle. If only you could see it properly. Either way, what it's saying is that you have this close contact with angelic realms or angelic realms, divine realms. You have this close contact to it, so you're able to retrieve messages and actually be an oracle in person. You're like the bridge. Because you're becoming more whole, you're being advised to tap into that gift, to cultivate that gift, because you're some form of highly sensitive high priestess person. So your sensitivity is going to be increasing as you increase in wholeness. Your spiritual protection is going to increase as well because you're increasing the connection between you and the divine realms. So don't be afraid to tap into that power. Your crown chakra comes to mind as well. You have high wisdom. You're very divine. Tap into that. Evolve that. That is one of your main gifts. And I said something about being a high priestess, right? We have the Sisterhood of the Rose that talks about beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. So you have your own philosophies, you have your own gifts, you have your own way of doing things. It's time for you to step into that fully. Like I said, you're the oracle, you're highly protected, you're spiritually divine, you have a purpose here to share a message with the world. And maybe that's why you find yourself relocating or redirecting yourself to a different place that is more peaceful, that you can shine and lead and then draw the right crowd to you. Maybe you're trying to be somebody that you were not in the past, and then you realize the value that you have within you that is actually so much more than what you thought, and you decided to no longer play small. So I believe that you're being called to be a priestess, but I believe that you're also being called to spread love and share beauty or spread beauty in any environment that you're in. Don't be afraid to use your voice. I feel that you are the speakers of the group, because when I tapped into your energy power one, I got the energy of a blue color, which are associated with throat chakra. You're meant to use your voice to spread beauty, to speak life into people. You're meant to be a priestess, a teacher. Your philosophies, your high wisdom, your connection to the divine realms and angelic realms are what it is that you use to teach people, to lead people, to motivate people. And it's because of that people are going to come to you to invest in you and travel you around the world to speak to people. I saw people coming in for you to speak around the world. That is why it looks as though you're relocating or traveling. There's something coming in, but this is a jackpot for you. Don't forget. The last two cards are from the Isis Oracle deck. We have Spirit of Isis, which is Triumph of the Goddess. I love that. And then the next card we have is Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. Oh my days. So tapping into these two cards, first of all, there's a triumph coming forth for you, okay? There's a triumph coming forth, and it's as a result of you following your passions and tapping into your divinity and sharing your wisdom, okay? You're on the right path and you are being assisted by the goddess of Isis, by the goddess Isis. Isis is an Egyptian goddess that is known by many names because she was able to tap into different avenues and art forms and different themes of life. Don't be afraid to be multidimensional and multifaceted. Don't be afraid to be a queen and to dominate different industries. Oh my God. Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. This is beautiful because, number one, we also have priestess here. So there's definitely this priestess energy here. You're a speaker. You're meant to guide people. You're meant to share your wisdom. There's that energy there, fine. But what's also being shared is that your life is being restored. You may have left that path earlier on. Maybe you were dispelled from following this path because you gave your power away to people that wanted you to be weak. So life is being restored to you now because you're reuniting with different fragments of yourself and you're becoming more whole. And because of that wholeness, you're following your passion and your purpose to where you need to go. I also see that what's the right word? I also see that Priestess of the Phoenix, yes, you're being reborn, you're being rejuvenated, you're being transformed. You gave so much of yourself that you lost your way and you lost the way of your path. But now that life is being restored to you, you're moving onto your path, you're moving in the right direction, and it's the path of the priestess. This is the path in which you're rejuvenated, you're restored, you're in your full health, in your full power, because it's the purpose that you're meant to move through or meant to fulfill. So basically, my final advice is to allow yourself to step into that role, that priestess role, that mystic role, that philosopher role. Don't be afraid to learn more in terms of spiritual studies. We just had a full moon in Sagittarius today. So yes, your path calls for a higher wisdom, learning, and divinity. Once you tap into that and you root yourself in that, your investors are going to come to you, and as a result, you're going to find yourself traveling around the world to motivate people, to inspire people, to lead people onto their own purpose. Yes. Thank you, Pile 1. Hi, Pile 2. Okay, so I'm tapping into your energy. And the first thing that I got when I tapped into your energy was the color of yellow. So I thought solar plexus chakra. You're confident, you're bold. You have citrine as a very good... citrine and tiger's eye come in as a crystal. Okay, so we have that. And what else can I say? I feel as though you're the outgoing ones. You're the ones that go after what you want without thinking. So I'm happy to tap into your energy to see what cards come up, okay? But solar plexus, when I think about it, I think about confidence. Your confidence is one of your best assets. Never reduce it for anyone. First tarot card that comes up is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, that's telling. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Then we have the Seven of Swords. Interesting. So these three cards, Wheel of Fortune in reverse talks about how you're already in the middle of a new cycle. A new cycle is what it is you're currently experiencing. The Wheel of Fortune has to do with Jupiter and Sagittarius. We just had a full moon in Sagittarius, and Jupiter is currently in Taurus and was in a conjunction on the 1st of June. So with this energy, I feel as though your fate is changing, things are restructuring in your life, your passions are taking you down a different direction. Maybe you thought that you were going this way, but then you're ending up going this way, which seems more right to you. I feel as though you're starting a reset in your life because of the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles brings back that Taurus energy of being slow and steady, okay? So you found what your jackpot is in regards to passions, okay? Because passion is the name of the game. And as a result, you're ready to start to you're ready to start to till that soil because you're forming a farm here. This is where your gold is, and you don't care how long it's going to take. Knight of Pentacles could also represent somebody coming in as well, because it speaks of somebody coming in with an offer. So I will also say that the Knight of Pentacles represents somebody coming in to represent this breakthrough that you're experiencing in this journey with your passion. So when the Knight of Pentacles shows up, it says that you've been working so hard. Now you're going to see a breakthrough from this thing that you're working on. Now you're going to see that level up. Now money is going to come in. So I see abundance coming in for you, an opportunity coming in for you to make money. And I feel as though this is where you're meant to shine. Now, as a result of this, I really feel like Wheel of Fortune is saying that your fortune is changing for the better in a way that people never expected, in an unconventional way. I see the Seven of Swords here saying that you need to practice discernment. I think you're already sharper than you were before, right? You're wiser. But I feel as though because your luck is changing and your fate is changing, there may be some people coming in with all kinds of offers. So you have to be discerning about which one to take. One. Second, there may be people that want to play games as a result of where you're at now. They may be envious of where it is that you're achieving. So they may try to play some slippery games and set some traps. Keep your eye out. Keep your ears to the ground. But know that you have what it takes to overcome what it is that you're looking for. You know that you have what it takes to overcome anything that comes your way in the form of an obstacle. But your discernment is a gift that is very important. Discernment, your wisdom. Discernment and wisdom are your two great gifts, pile 2. Moving on to the oracle cards. The first card we have is boundaries. Hello. How can you establish better boundaries? Next one. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeing the light, laying foundations and divine plan. Okay, it's a figure over like a house and stuff. Last one, deep replenishment, rest, recovery and rejuvenation. Interesting. So I see in 3 of these cards we have 3 figures, which means that you have a very powerful presence. Okay, you're somebody that fills up a room. You're somebody that also has the ability to influence the way a room feels. Because you shine, you have a lot of people that want to be in your energy. If you can see this card clearly, you can zoom in. This is somebody that's putting their hands out because there are lots of hands trying to take from them. Okay, which is why you need boundaries. Boundaries to say no, boundaries to say that I don't want to engage in this, boundaries to keep the right people away, to restrict access to you from the wrong people, I guess. Either way, boundaries to keep you protected from the wrong people, okay, or from the right people. Either way, you get what I'm saying. But these boundaries are important because you're increasing in presence this season. That is why we have Anna, the grandmother of Jesus here. It means that you have some kind of power to seed light in your environment, to change your environment. You're a pioneer and a trailblazer. And what it is that you do is laying the foundations for a divine plan. Your purpose is bigger than what you think it is. And your purpose may even involve being behind the scenes and seeding the light there in order for you to get to the front. So think about it like that. I feel as though people see your potential, and as a result, they want to have their hand in that. Don't be part of that. Those boundaries are important, and as I said, the discernment is important as well. Some people want to be part of the life that you have. Some people want to be in your energy because your energy is so divine, it's so high vibrational. You seem aligned. Okay, if you're somebody that meditates, it would be good to do some form of chakra meditation because your chakras are aligned. I feel like your chakras are being called to be worked on because you're so strong, and you need to make sure that you're balanced and aligned at all times. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, is saying that honestly, you have so much power, you have so much light within you. Don't be afraid to share it with the world in your own way, okay? But don't be afraid to be selective of the people that you hang around. And it's very important that because of this light that you have within you, that you share through the work that you do, it could be anything that you do, really. Because of that, you need to be practicing how to be replenished. This card talks about deep replenishment. You need to be able to rest. You need to be able to retreat. You need to be able to be held by other people. You hold people for a living, I'm sure. But you need to know that you have other people that can hold you. Allow yourself to take time out and take breaks to let the body recuperate. You're a human being, okay? Such a powerful being in a human body, but the body also needs to rest. You need to remember that you're a human being. And then because of that, you can then have that kind of balance between helping, serving, and serving you. Okay, so it's important to think about that, and it's important to be on top of that. Now, one of the first cards we got was Cartouche, Divine Names of Power. Okay, and next one, High Priestess, Mysteries Revealed in the Eyes of Isis. These two cards, first of all, these two cards are saying that, first of all, you have immense power. When I see Cartouche, Divine Names of Power, I'm thinking of somebody that is highly creative, that has so many gifts that they have to tap into to spread into the world. I'm going to quickly find the definition of it. Okay, so yeah. Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mysteries, the use of sacred intonations. The words that you speak are rapidly gaining power. To benefit from this power rather than be undermined or held back by it, practice thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. As your heart grows in purity, you'll be able to speak with spiritual authority, and what you speak of will come into being more swiftly and obviously. Isis is initiating you as a master healer in her sacred tradition of divine names of power. You're a master healer, which is why you need to be able to have boundaries so that people don't come and take from that energy because they want to heal. But you also need to be able to rest and replenish yourself when the time calls for it, which is why the message that the Wheel of Fortune in reverse was saying was that you have an unconventional path to take, so don't be afraid to take it. I like that the High Priestess showed up again. So we have two piles that speak of being a High Priestess, so this is a lucky day for us. I love High Priestess energy. So when I tap into this energy, I just feel like, okay, you're a spellcaster. Your words are important, so be very thoughtful when speaking, okay? Your words are important as well, so be very discerning as to what thoughts are yours and what thoughts are foreign energy. And guard your mind, because people will want to control your mind in order to control you, and that's why your boundaries are important, okay? Be able to see through your intuition to see whether or not you can trust the words of people, because as you have the power of words, you also have the ability to interpret the words that people say to you, to be able to tap into whether or not it's a lie, okay, or whether or not they're trying to manipulate. But High Priestess energy says mysteries revealed, meaning that your intuition is very high. You can tap into things without even, like, what's the right word? Without trying, okay? Look at what the card says. Beloved Isis gazes upon you now, and behind her vast eyes, mysteries are unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insights into whether you are being led and for what purpose. It is an exciting moment in your unfoldment. Have reverence and an open heart and mind, and wait patiently for the grand revelation that is on its way. You're being guided to trust in the reveal, okay? And you're being offered assistance in unveiling your divine destiny. So we're talking about paths, right? Like, it feels as though you have a calling to trust in the unfoldment of a mystery into revelation right now. And what that mystery is your life path. There's a mystery. You're not being shown what your path is right now, because everything needs to be in the proper position, but also to teach you how to keep your heart open, so that when the signs and the confirmations come in, you're ready to go about it the right way. So I feel like you're a highly powerful person, and it shows in your words, it shows in your ability to influence energies, it shows in the way you think, because I don't think anybody really thinks like you. So your words, your thoughts, the way you communicate hold immense power. Now you can already feel that you have that High Priestess energy. I feel as though now you're going to be shown how to use these gifts, okay? Everybody has a different path to take. That's why I said that your path is unconventional. But as you realize what your gifts are, and you realize how to make sure that you rest accordingly, your boundaries, your discernment, You also then are guided onto the right path, the right people, the right community, the right storyline, which is why I want to read more from what this says. It says that this card is also an indication that if something completely unfathomable, bizarre, or strange is happening right now, provided you feel love in your heart, trust it. It is the hand of the divine guiding you, and you just don't know enough of what is happening in the bigger picture yet to make sense of the situation. But you will in time, and possibly much sooner than you realize, okay? Pay attention to sacred signs, dreams, and invitations right now, as they are more accurate and more prophetic than usual. Provided the guidance in these spiritual insights is guiding you deeper into love, which you recognize as a feeling of deep trust, safety, and knowing, even in the most unfamiliar circumstances, then you can trust them completely. I felt more called to read for this pile just because there's something deeper going on here. Not that pile 1 doesn't have something deep, but pile 2 has something here, because pile 2 already knows who they are. They've already tapped into that energy and they need more guidance as to where they're going. So it's nice that you're being asked to trust the niggle, trust the intuition, trust the signs and sacred messages that come up in line with where you're going. So I would recommend that as well. And one thing I would say is that you have to listen to the latest episode of my podcast. It's called Your Why, and I speak about vision and intuition, trusting what it is that you see and moving along with that message. Okay, there is nothing to be scared of in regards to intuition, but I really want this pile to work on sharpening it up, so that when intuition calls, you listen and then ask questions later. Overall, with pile 2, I feel like you have such heavy energy. You're learning boundaries and discernment. You know that this is where you need to be in terms of the work. I'm happy for you. Tap into that high priestess energy. Practice your words, how you speak, how you cast spells, how you talk to yourself. Analyze the words that other people tell you, so you know when somebody's coming from a place of manipulation or lying. And yes, you find yourself where you need to be. Just be open. Keep your heart open to the signs that will tell you your next step and where you're going, and be open to the fact that there's this mystery around where you're headed, and that is just okay. So thank you so much. If you'd like to book a reading with me, I'll leave the link in my bio. Thank you. And yes, leave a comment if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.